What's good, y'all? It's Wealthy Gamer here. Wishing peace and prosperity on everyone who sees this video. But we've got some horrible news today, you guys. Some horrible news. You know what I mean? This is nuclear, right? And it's another delay from Rockstar. Another delay. You know, this is the second one. Now, and really technically, a lot of people don't want to speak on this, but this is technically the third delay, okay? This is technically the third delay. Because when Rockstar first announced the game, they were saying that it was coming out. I think they were saying it was coming out like 2025, and they hadn't announced a launch window or anything like that, right? But then they actually internally delayed the game. Okay, so they actually internally delayed the game after they had already announced it, and then after that internal delay, they delayed it again to May 26th of this year, right? So they delayed it again after the internal delay to May 26th of this year, which is the second delay technically for the game. You know, the internal delay wasn't an official delay, but it was technically still like internally, right? Then we have this one, which is November 2026, right? And so it's like, damn, bro. What? How many times y'all gonna have to delay this game, bro? Like, that's crazy. That's insane to me. I understand. Like, this game is going to be generational. We're gonna be paying it for 10 years. You know, we're gonna be making content on it for this entire time, and it has to be right. We can't have no Cyberpunk 2040, 2072 or whatever. We can't have that happening. You know, we cannot have a Cyberpunk scenario on our hands with this, right? And so it does make sense. It does make sense, but at the same time, it's like, damn. So when y'all initially announced the first release window, did y'all have any, like, y'all really thought y'all were gonna be done? Like, were you just lying to investors? Was Rockstar just lying to investors? Because there's no way y'all believed y'all were gonna be done when y'all first said y'all were gonna be done. When y'all first said things were looking good, y'all were lying. Because obviously it wasn't looking good if y'all needed another 2 years. Obviously there was a lot that had to be done. Like, if I'm cutting someone's hair and I think I'm gonna be done in 10 minutes, it's not gonna take me 2 hours to finish that haircut. You know, I can easily estimate and tell, okay, now cutting someone's hair is a lot easier than creating a video game. Obviously, there's more complexities with creating a video game. Bugs can come up, a lot of things can come up, but still, it should be relatively, like, bro, if you say that you're gonna be done in 2025, it shouldn't be taking you till until mid 2027 to be finishing the game. Like, that's a whole 2 years later than when you thought you were gonna be done from the initial before the internal delay. That's like almost 2 years, bro. So what are we doing, bro? Like, how did y'all guess 2 years off almost? Now that if it was in 2027, right? But even from the internal delay date, you know what I mean? Even from the date that we first got, this is almost 2 years still. You know what I mean? It's still almost 2 years, bro. It's still almost 2 years from when they internally delayed it, right? Even with the November 2026. So, yeah, it's like, damn, bro. It's just like, damn. But I get it. Like I said, I get it. But this game better be perfect when it comes out, bro. This game better be perfect when it comes out. As much as y'all are delaying it, there better not be no normal bugs. Like, the bugs better be something that was like impossible for a coder to find out. You know what I mean? Without people trying it. There better not be just bugs when I'm just walking around. I better not walk through nothing. I better not have no knob, because y'all took mad long to polish this game, bro. So I'm expecting it to be very, very polished. I'm expecting this game to be in peak condition. You feel me? But yeah, y'all, this is crazy, and there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. We're just gonna have to wait. And yeah, I like Luke Stevens actually mentioned this. He was like, yeah, if it hits 2027, I think Strauss Zelnick will start to be like, okay, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? What the hell is taking you guys so long? Like, come on, we're supposed to have this out 2 years ago. You know? So I think he might start having something to say about it around that time as well. I actually do agree with that. But that's a long time for us to wait. You know what I mean? But also, hey, it's GTA 6. Whenever they decide to release it, it's going to do gangbusters. It's going to sell like hotcakes. Whatever little phrase you want to use. Yeah, you know, it's going to go crazy. And I also agree with Luke when Luke was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna mess up like the energy circuit, like the fucking electrical power circuits are gonna be getting fried by how many people are downloading GTA 6." Like I do think it's gonna be that big. I think it's gonna be that big. It's gonna be the biggest event like that we've seen pretty much globally. Like it's gonna be like not the biggest event, because World War II was an event. So it's gonna be the biggest gaming event, like the biggest thing in gaming that we're gonna have ever seen. You know what I mean? Actually, in entertainment, it's gonna be the biggest thing that we've ever seen in entertainment globally. You know, and I do think it will have an effect on energy and a lot of other things. Like it will have an effect on a lot of things. Internet connection is gonna be slower in a lot of areas. You know what I mean? Because it's got to process the fucking downloading of GTA 6 for hundreds of thousands and millions of people. Yeah, so it's gonna be cataclysmic. But there's nothing we can do about this besides just hope that Rockstar really does perfect it. You know, when they delayed it twice with Red Dead 2, technically this is only the second official delay, right? So when they delayed it twice with Red Dead 2, we saw that was actually worth the time. You know, that was more than worth the time. You know, they had to delay it. They had to do it to make greatness. Greatness couldn't be rushed. That was the reality of that situation, and it worked out. So I trust Rockstar. You know, as much time as they need, it is what it is. I don't want to be waiting till 2029 for this game, but you know, it's Rockstar. They're gonna take their time. They've got the money now. But let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Okay, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Rockstar will actually hit their release date? I don't think it'll get delayed again, but I don't want to say never. I don't want to say never. You know what I mean? I could see it happening. I'm not going to lie. I could see them doing a 2027 release. Yeah, man. If the game's not ready, they're just going to delay it another year. 100%. So I could see it getting delayed again. I don't think it's a high chance. But if you say that it's impossible for them to delay it again, you're delusional, okay? You're a gullible idiot who will believe any statement that's put out. All right, because obviously if the game still isn't ready, November 2026, it's getting delayed again, bro. If it's not ready like 3 months before that, it's getting delayed again, bro. So we're gonna know. We're gonna know by October. We're gonna be knowing by August, October, like September, August, October time. We're gonna be knowing if the game's getting delayed. Past that, we're gonna be knowing. Because if the game's not ready right then it's not gonna be ready in November, right? They're gonna have to delay it like 6 months or even longer. Okay, so it is completely possible. It is within reality that they delay it a third time. This is okay. This is gonna be their biggest product ever. Their Rockstar's like lifeline lives and dies off this one product, bro. Like them as a brand live and die off this product right now. They're gonna live and die off of this product. So they're not gonna be able. They can't afford to take a risk on it. They're gonna have to make sure it's 100% as good as it possibly can be, right? And so that's gonna take time. That might take another delay. It might take a third one. You feel me? It really might. It might take a third official delay because we already talked about how it's been delayed 3 times if you count the internal delay, right? But a third official delay, yeah, that could be completely within reality. I think it's very possible. Not gonna say it's likely, but it's very possible, man. I mean, from everything we've seen, they're not developing it super fast. You know what I mean? Like they're not developing the game quickly. Rockstar doesn't develop games quickly. Like they're very slow when it comes to developing games. It just takes them super duper long, and it makes sense. They're developing perfect games, perfection. You know, real works of art. That takes time. That's understandable, and that could take another delay. So I just want y'all to be ready for that if that ends up happening. Don't be surprised. Don't just get hyped like, oh, it's coming November 2026. We don't know. We don't know, bro. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see what it looks like November 2026. That's not as far from now as it seems. You know what I mean? That really isn't. You know, November 2025 is here. You know what I mean? November 2025 is here already. I remember last year when we was talking about, GTA 6 got delayed again. Now look. You feel me? Got delayed, not again, but got delayed. You feel me? So, well, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, like the video. It's Wealthy Gamer here. Wishing wealth and prosperity on everyone who sees this. Tuning out.